to the Bad Blood podcast, everybody. Should be having Dean Lynch Ward on. He's been sent an invite. I'll put some questions to him about 3-day Fight Club. Obviously, it's been a hot topic. So let's see what he's got to say on the matter. I'll even get some of your questions if you want to put them in the comment section. I'll get some of them fired off to Dean as well. Yeah, but let's get this done. A lot of people, they want to know what's been going on. So even if there's not many people that join now, they'll say on here, not very used to these lives. So we'll see what it's all about. But hopefully Dean will be coming on. Like I say, I've sent him the invite. So hello, Bobby. Just busy seeing if Dean's coming on now. Just text him now. Hopefully you'll get it. Gerard, I'm not too sure. I'm going to put all the questions to them. Like I say, as many people join, I will put your questions to Dean. Doug Pinner, like I say, hopefully he comes on. I've sent him the link to the stream, so I'm going to put these questions to them. My opinion is that I personally don't think true that Michael. That's a good question. I say in this game, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Do you know what I mean? You have to get this sort of stuff on paper if you're fighters. Do you know what I mean? You have to. So, and I know man's word should be a man's word, but it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. Well, like I said, the wood is poo. What a name. Like I say, we'll have to see if 3-day Fight Club 2 happens. Do you know what I mean? Because what I'm gonna say to them is, obviously, should it not have been done where the fighters get tickets? Because I think they've projected the sales of the YouTube subscribers of the YouTubers who was fighting on the card, and obviously the projected sales just did not hit. It just did not hit the target. So 100% live for yeah 100%. I'm of the same ilk as well. It honestly it is Jude. It's a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, £200, £250. It's not a lot, but it's a standard wage of what you get from ticket sales. Now, this is what I'm going to put it in. I'm going to say, look, I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware of that he was due £800. I was not at all. At all. Ash is a great guy. Honestly, this is my take, right? Because I've been in the bare knuckle promotion, and it is ruthless. But what I found a little bit odd was that there was no tickets out. It was just all through. Obviously, they want to be professional. They want to be like the big players. They wanted to go through a ticket company. Do you know what I mean? So I get that thinking in that, but I don't think they should run before they can walk. Do you know what I mean? right? I wasn't aware Paul was getting it. 100% Crossy. Like I say, you've got to take into fact as well the accommodation, the travel. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I do believe Mick Ord, he spent his benefit money, bless him. You know what I mean? But like I say, this is my take. I think they've projected the sales off the subscribers of the YouTubers that was on. It didn't make it. The production of the cost of the show, logistic wise, that cost way more than the income. And what was left in the pot, they've had to divide out equally. Well, whatever, if it's equal or not, I'm not too aware of that. I wanted to ask Dean that. But you've got to have your money there ready for the next show. Otherwise, the next show can't go on. So I'm just going to ask him, was there any contracts on paper? Was that, how are they going to rectify it? The wood is poo. 100% live for that. All 1,000,000% Jude as well. Sorry, I'm just backtracking on the comments. I'm not falling out with anybody. My job is I work in professional boxing. I'm a media outlet. Like I go to like professional events and stuff like that. This has caught my interest. Not only that, Dean asked me if I wanted to do do the commentary. So, unfortunately, I was busy. Do you know what I mean? I had a boxing event to attend to, which I unfortunately couldn't get to because I had some tragic news. Nah, definitely not, Michael. Definitely not, Michael. My interviewing style. Some people say I creep up people's asses. I just like to bring the best out of people, and I believe I can get out what's really happening. Do you know what I mean? Wow, Fletch. I didn't realize that either. Yes, honestly, Slipnick, I fully agree as well. I just believe that it really is it's a case of the income, the outgoings was far greater than the income. I've just getting a message as well. Dean will be on in 10 minutes, so that's what he's just texted us there on Instagram. So we're gonna get to ask him. Do you know what I mean? I've had Dean on before. I had Dean on before 3D Fight Club 1. Um, I believe me and Paul Venice were originally asked to do the commentary. So, yeah. Johnny Jones, he's just texted me at 10 minutes. Thank you, live follower. It was my best friend, one of my best friends. Unfortunately, his sister was found dead. My co-host Matty, bless his cotton socks. Him and the family have been through the mill. So yeah, it was a ruthless time. I've had a ruthless time recently, but we soldier on, man. We soldier on. Crossy, yes. Honestly, this is what I'm saying. Each fighter, what I would be doing is, you give them an allocated ticket slot. Do you know what I mean? You give them 20, 25 tickets. You know what I'm saying? You get a percentage off the ticket. That's what I thought they would have done. Yes, Team Million. I will cross it. I will ask them. You know what I mean? Well, Michael, like I say, it's a dog eat dog world in this game, and honestly, you aren't wrong. Do you know what I mean? You aren't wrong. Tony lad, yes, my brother. Wow, Jude. Yes, my man. I didn't realize that either, Crossy. I didn't realize they've blocked Ash's number either at all. Oh, will, Michael. I definitely will, mate. 1,000,000%. Like I say, I'm curious myself. I'm not. Look, a lot of people. I'm not being harsh when I say this, but when they've been on other channels and explained that the people who've been asking them, I firmly believe, like, don't. I like the channels. Don't get us wrong. You're fighting trolls and stuff like that. When they've been doing it through him and through that, they don't know the fight game ins and outs. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna I'll put it to them. Questions will be asked. Like I say, if you want to put get the questions in the comment section, and like I say, if I can keep up, I'll ask them. I'll scroll back, and like I say, I've got to be fair to Dean because, like I say, he's actually coming on. So hopefully we'll get the answers that we want. I know, Doug. I know. It's. I know. It. I'll put that as well. Well, that puts it to your comment as well, Crossy, because, like I say, it's it's not a professional. Exactly. See, this is what I'm trying to say, Tony. Like, I'm not being disrespectful. Disrespectful. Excuse me. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, but it's all got to be on paper. It doesn't matter what the it it should matter, but it doesn't because it's all number based. And like I say, when their codes came through on Skiddle, they would have been able to see which fighter brought which, and it fighters saying that they would have turned up with a boatload. I've dealt with it before. Tony's dealt with it before. He's honestly Team Me in there. If you're not familiar with the guy, uh, he's familiar with it. You'll get a fighter who says, "Oh, I can sell tickets. I'll bring up two carfuls," and then it comes to the week of the fight, and then they're putting the post out. Fucking sick of pullouts. fucking sick of this, sick of that, sick of people saying this, that, and the other. And then they're fighting for pennies, and that's not through our fault. That's and because we're promoting them. You know what I mean? They've got to do the work. N- 100% Crossy, 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%. But this is what I'm going to put to Dean, because we 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 really need to know what these fighters promised these promoters, because if these fighters have promised this, that, and the other, and Dean and Dougie have went away and went, right, if they've said they can do this, then they can make that, and we can make our bit as well. And I'm not sticking up for them here. I'm not sticking up for them here. That's just logical business. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you're in this promoting game. Salvat speaks. Max ScotWest do the best shellfish. They do, my man. Of course they do. The top sponsors, man. Without them, we would not be going. Without them, it's not possible. Do you know what I mean? 100% live follower. They need a fight. They need a fight manager. They need the social media guy. I know it's costly, but effectively, it's going to be beneficial for their business. Do you know what I mean? It really is. I hope not. Southad speaks. I hope not, because I really want to put these to them. Do you know what I mean? Really, really do. Jude, 1,000,000%. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get this on paper. You have to get it on paper. You have to. You really have to. Big Vlad. Right. Dean's just text. Family issues. Can we reschedule? So I hope it's nothing serious. But I'm really sorry for that. I wasn't expecting that. He texted 10 minutes ago, so saying that he was coming on. But literally just getting a message there saying he's got family issues. So, like I say, I hope it's nothing serious. I really don't. It's unfortunate, because, like I say, I really wanted to put the questions to them, because I did a live last night on Instagram, and 100, yes, Alan B, Salfad, you win. Salfad, yes, 1,000,000%. But I did one on Insta last night, and it's possibly John, possibly 100%, Jude, 1,000,000%. I hope it's nothing serious. 1,000,000%. It's very unfortunate, really unfortunate. But I'm really sorry for that, guys. That was out of my power. It really was out of my power. The wood is poo. I definitely think he's taking that fight, mate. I think there's been too much going on for that. I definitely think he's having that fight. But back to the 3D Fight Club. Hopefully, because if Much appreciate, Jude. I really, really, honest, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like I say, always try and keep it level. What you see is what you get. Um, some people like it, some people don't, but it is what it is. It's a learning curve for 3D Fight Club. Hopefully, this is no offense to the YouTubers. I can say this because it's my game. You should stick to YouTube. Don't fight. I know you maybe want to better yourself in training. I get that. So, but stick to YouTube. Don't fight. Nice one, Crossy. Honestly, much appreciated for the views. Anyway, I'm really sorry, but it was out of my power, my man. See you soon, my buddy. See you soon, mate. John, honestly, I know that's why I wanted Dean on. Hopefully, this would have put it to bed. Do you know what I mean? Yes, and on Scotch as Northern Ireland. Yes, my brothers. Honestly, thank you very much for the view. Much appreciated. Honestly, unfortunately, uh, Dean, he texted us earlier about 15, 20 minutes ago saying he was coming on. And then he's just texted us about a couple of minutes ago saying he cannot come on. So, unfortunately, they're coming on now. Oh, right, mate. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, and it honestly, Jimmy, it's the truth though, and that is the most fucking frustrating thing about it is that it's it, it's all projected. Do you know what I mean? It's all projected. What were they told that these fighters could say like sell? Do you know what I mean? If they've went and said, look, yeah, I can sell 2 tables, I can sell so many pay-per-views, and then they don't even sell a quarter of that. What do they expect? Do you know what I mean? You've got to have more. You've got to have money in the kitty to for sustainability to move on to the next show. You just have to. You have to. So, but like I say, I'm not here defending Dean and Dougie or sticking up for them or saying what should be said, but that is how it is in this business. You tell a promoter what you can sell, they will work out a percentage, you work out a deal, and you go off that. If it's not met, then it's got to be relooked at, unfortunately. And you, well, like I say, I'm not defending them. I'm not defending them at all. They don't know. Well, this is what I wanted to put to Dean. Like, if they knew that Skittle was going to pay, like, it 5 days later, why say they were going to get paid on the night? This is what I'm saying, Jude. Have they signed contracts? This is what we need to know. Yes, Max, my brother. How are you? Yes, Jimmy. That is me and Wayne. That is when Wayne beat Billy Hawthorne for the day heavyweight title, which Lewis Francis, I was in touch with him today. He's fighting next week as well. He's fighting on day, so I'll be going across it as well. And it is Brian as well, Uncle Jimmy. It's when we're in the studio. I love him to bits. Good man, Jude. Good man. Crossy, I didn't know that they paid 24 hours after, mate. Really did not. Did not know. Max, I would love to come to another show, but like I say, it's Crossy. I've just clicked that. Nice one for the views. I really appreciate it, mate. Hopefully you'll come on another time. Max, like I say, I love the pit. I love the pit game. There's no other feeling than being pit side. The adrenaline rush is absolutely insane. Jimmy, he is a top lad. Like I say, I was speaking with him the day when I was at my grandma's. He's a top lad. Gonna get some behind the scenes footage in the dressing room of him warming up and stuff like that, and get it up on the channel, get it up on his Instagram as well. See what we can come up with. He's got a tough fight. He's fighting the kid. Well, he's fighting some guy who beat one of the lads I know, but I think Lewis will do him. Much appreciated, Crossy. Much appreciated. See. Yes, Michael. Honestly, my honest opinion is that they did not. They went projected. They had the YouTube fighters on. These YouTube fighters have got thousands and thousands of subscribers. So I think Dean and Dougie have seen that and thought, hang on here, we could make quite a bit of money if we have these on. So these have wanted on anyway. They've met up with Dean and Dougie. They've even said, look, I've got this following, that following, this following. I reckon I could at least, out of all of this, sell this and sell that. And that's how I think it's gone. Now, when it's come to the skill, when it's come to all the income, because they would have splashed the cash for that production because they wanted it to look professional. So when it came to time to get paid, it's just not been what the fighters thought it would be. No Dean and Dougie. That's what I've thought. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. I 100%, 1,000,000%, Jerry. 1,000,000%. Lewis is a giant of a man, an absolute giant of a man. PP, Dougie and Dean are something else. Well, I'm not going to say that. Tongue, are you all right, mate? Long time no speak. I think so as well, Uncle Jimmy, because do you know what? When the war, it just come to a bit of a halt. I know they were getting on channels, this, that, and the other, but you didn't see much of it. Like, it wasn't with some established channels. Do you know what I mean? Within the industry, that's why I think it went wrong. I just think they could have done things a little bit different. I am Tonga. I've got the hut. It's not ideal at the minute. I've been trying to get the welfare, but they're digging their heels in a little bit. They don't want it to be a boxing club anymore for some strange reason. So it's mad. It's mad why they didn't want it as a boxing club anymore. It's crazy. It's mental. I mean, boxing stagnated around here. And long gone are the days when it was the likes of you, Buller, Billy Armstrong, Johnny Hackler. Long gone since it was out like that. Matty, my brother, how are you, my man? How are you, bro? Honestly, mate, I was meant to have Dean on the night, but he texted saying he was coming on in 10 minutes, but unfortunately, some things went on with his family, so hopefully it's nothing serious, like I said. So, Michael, I, if they do it right and if they have the right caliber of fighters, this is no disrespect, right? But you can't be having fucking Bobby K on your fight card. I'm sorry. You just can't be having fucking Bobby K on your fight card. I know the man tries. Look, do you know what I mean? So honestly, this is no disrespect to Bobby K either. He changed his life round, but he should not be in a fucking ring. Do you know what I mean? He shouldn't be in a fucking ring. It's people like that it's what makes you lose credibility. Do you know what I mean? So it's if they can turn it round, they've got to have a better caliber fighter who can sell tickets and who bring fans. Do you know what I mean? So and that, me personally, it's not it doesn't make business sense. So it just really doesn't. It doesn't make business sense. Do you think, Michael? Do you think you saw the chat? When Michael, I've just sent you a link. Accept it, and then you can come on and let people know what you've tell people. Because what I was going to say to Dean is, what did the fighters tell you? Do you know what I mean? So jump on. Free King of the Ring podcast. I'll message you on Facebook. I'll message you on Facebook where it is. It's local, put it that way. Michael, honestly, if you're wanting to start a podcast, you know what I mean? Go for it. That's what I say. Go for it. It was only a year and a half ago that I was sitting just in the background doing nothing in boxing, contemplating, do I actually want to do this as for the magazine that I was working for? Do you know what I mean? If you want to do it, you can do it. You can absolutely do whatever you put your mind to. Do you know what I mean? You really can. You put your mind if you want to do it. Honest, you can. Well, Mad Dog has seen the That's possible, Uncle Jimmy. Do you know what I mean? That's very possible because that drew absolute insane numbers. Oh, here's Mad Dog.
Yes, Louis. How we doing?
I'm doing good. Right.
Hey, fucking that beard's coming on nicely, isn't it?
Oh, every time I do a podcast, it seems to be out wild. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, it suits you, though. It suits you. Hey, my son-in-law phoned the other day and said there's something up with Kyle. Is he all right?
Mate, do you not know?
Shocked the fuck. No. Something what Surfer said. Surfer said something's up with his brain or something. I don't know.
He had a golf-sized non-cancerous tumour on his
Fuck's
brain.
sake.
Was in hospital Friday, just gone. Operations went successful.
Good.
He was stopping at his mum's. He's up and about a little bit. He's got the feeling.
Can you wish him well from me, please?
Will do, 1,000,000%. I'm planning to
tell him I send my best wishes. Fucking, I ain't seen him in time, man. Fucking, like when I heard about that the other day, I was like, whoa, man.
It was a shock. It was a shock to all. Shocked to all. I was meant to be at the Savannah Marshall fight on Saturday doing work, and I put it off.
It was like a kick in the gut, man. I was like, no, man.
It was a massive kick in the gut. It only happens to the good people, man, Modi.
It really does, man. Fucking right. It's crazy the way the world turns. Like fucking, like Kyle's not got a bad bone in his body. Same as you, man. Fucking, like you used to fucking. Like best of boys fucking about Ashton, you know what I mean? I was just about to put the comment there before. Like, you know me personally, and you know for a fine fact I would never say something mad like I'd sell 20 tables.
Right. Well, this is what I was going to say. This is what the people want to know, right? So
there's no justifying. There's no justifying like not paying fighters like.
When you went right, so when you got the phone call of Dean or Doug, you got a text message, right?
This was 3 months. This was like in the run up to the event. This was before the event was even dated. He asked me to be on the show. Like, I was one of the original first person to be asked. He says, "Look, you'll be well looked after. You'll get enough money." You'll get enough purse. So if you break your hand and you can't work, at the time I was working, he says if you break your hand and you can't go to work, you get enough money to cover you for at least 2 months. So you'll be sitting custody, and like I kept the man's word being the man's word. You know what I mean? And I didn't ever like really badger him, ask him what the purse was going to be and like shit like that. Like, because I took the man's word for being the man's word, you know that? And then like I lost my job. I haven't been in very good health myself. I shouldn't have been nowhere near the ring, to be fair. I had ammonia and shit like that. Like, I'm not going to make excuses for myself. I turned up, I fought, I did my job. You know,
you always will.
3 days before the fight, I was going to be booking the thing online, and it was going to be costing me, I think it was 220 quid or something for the hotel, for the 2 nights, and I was just considering like weighing up the options. Like, I seen red flags, people saying, "Oh, it's a con, they'll rip you off, this, that." And my wife says you shouldn't be doing this. Like, you're not going to get paid, blah blah blah. And I was like, of course they're not going to not pay fighters, not pay to do another event. You know what I mean? I says I'm going to go and fight. I'm going to take us home, to bring the money home, and fucking like take us to Essex. Fucking we'll go to Adventure Island or something. We'll have a nice time. You know what I mean? And then I overheard him talking to someone, And he's like, "Oh, we'll be paying your purse in the bank on Monday." I was like, "No, this is not what you said. You said you'd be getting paid straight away after your fight. It'd be 2K." And like it was like, "No, yeah, I did say that, but we've had to do it this way." I says, "Look, I've shelled out fucking hundreds of pounds to get here, travel and to stay here. I need to take money back to my family. I've got like literally £10 in my pocket, £12 in my pocket. Like I need to put petrol in the car and everything. Like you know." And he says he was going to go get some money. Like it was running about, I think, trying to get some from what was sold at the door, because there was cash sales on the door. And he just vanished. He just vanished to the vanishing act. Like my number's been blocked now. Fucking, he paid me the £200 and blocked my number. And I think they've been miffed, been pissed off about me coming on people's lives and just saying what I've got the right to say, you know. And like that video that he made, fucking saying I said I would sell 20 tickets and this and that, trying to justify like just paying us £200 and say this, say that. Like he can say shit like that online and chat shit and be full of shit. Like, but people can see through that. You know what I mean? People can see through that, and the comments on the actual video say it for itself. And you can take the piss out of people and say, "Oh, they're all just fucking, they're all just on the door anyway." You shouldn't disrespect and fucking and be unprofessional in that manner. If you're going to build a promotion. Like if you want a promotion, if you want a promotion to actually grow in retrospect, do you know what I mean?
1,000,000%. Because
fighters should be treated with utmost respect and looked after.
1,000,000%. Because if you're wanting something to grow, you've got to be loyal to the fighters who you've got. Now, was there ever at any point where Dean and Dougie offered you a contract?
At the start there was talks of stuff like that. So like I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be proper professional, this is going to be done right. Like then that kind of fizzled out. And that's how I thought myself. Us lads who are like asking for what we deserve and like asking for our money, we ain't gonna fucking leg the stand on. We ain't gonna leg the stand on. Yeah, nah, it's not really threatening me, really, is it? What he's saying on his video, like it's not threatening me. Like like threatening me is come put a knife to me and fucking doing something. You know what I mean? Like you can't say you're gonna put it on me or something when next time you see me or something. Like it means shit to me, that.
Well, I'm being very honest because I work in. It's no secret what I do. I work in the boxing. I work in the boxing business, and I would say that's very unprofessional behaviour. I don't see promoters go on like that. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, of course, yeah. Right. I know you've had a lot to do with Spartan, haven't you?
I have in the past. I'm not now.
Aye. Well, I have as well. When I fought Liam Duffy, Christian Roberts says to me, "I'll send you a bunch of tickets. Whatever you can sell, that's going to make you wages." I sold, I think it was 6 tickets or whatever. He was supposed to give me another £100. When I was going to get that £100, he's done one.
Well, see, this is why when this is what I was going to put.
So, like, I have experienced stuff like that in the past, but at least I got some money to go home with. You know what I mean?
I know that, but this is what I was going to put to Dean. I think, like, is it going to, if things was done different, do you know what I mean? If everybody got it in paper, do you know what I'm saying? Got it all contract, get some tickets sell out. Like you say, you've had it done in the past. I've had to do it in the past. You send tickets, you send fighters 20 tickets, 30 tickets. If you sell them, if you ask for more, you get a higher percentage.
Simple as that. Yeah.
That's what I thought how it would be running. But this is why I'm shocked to see why it's come to this.
Like I don't know if you know, but I fought Ross again. Last December, just gone.
Yes, you did.
2 days notice. It was a crazy fight. I thought I broke both hands. I was fucking nuts. But yeah, I think that finger must have hit his bottom tooth or something. I thought, fuck, I broke both hands. Like that knuckle went, that index one, and then I fucking felt that finger go. I was like, shit, I broke both hands. So I had to call it in the second round. Anyway, Stefan has always been straight with me from back to the bone. Always put like a 350 purse there and put a 50-50 ticket deal there.
350.
Either that, or it's always been a nice wedge. Like when I fought Butch Brown. When I fought Butch Brown, that was a decent pay packet when I left the ring. Do you know what I mean? And there's never ever been need of any contracts with that guy. All the people I've always worked with, B-Bad, when I used to fight for B-Bad, they used to put the money in my bank a month before the fight.
A month before the fight.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Mad as fuck. Anyway, shout out to fucking Scott McHugh, the mute. He done my corner on the night, didn't he?
Yes, my brother. Get on,
Scott McHugh. He's fighting in the O2 soon. I hope you'll be tuning in Saturday. Jimmy Sweeney's fucking got a tough fight in front of him, right?
I have a hectic day on Saturday. I'm coaching Wayne. He's fighting Big John Lewis for all the belts. We've got a busy night.
That's a tasty fight. That's a tasty fight.
Very tasty. Hiya, Jackie.
Nice.
You all right? What we've had to do with Wayne, we've had to just rejuvenate him. He's went away, he's come back. So hopefully, it's a tough fight. It is a tough fight. Big John Lewis he's a well-respected man within the boxing.
Big John Lewis is a beast, man. Yeah. I was loving watching him transition into bare knuckle. Like, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was.
And like I say, it's a big ask and a big task, but I believe if certain things are done, we can come back with the belts, just like that other one, just like the other one. You know what I mean?
What did you think when Mickey Terrell went over to the United States?
Mate, right?
Did you see that?
I had Arnold Adams to win anyway.
Naughty.
That might be bad because he's a Geordie and he's from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I've watched Arnold Adams since he's come back, and he's a beast, man.
Absolute unreal. Absolute unreal.
I've heard crazy. The BKFC are trying to sign Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. I've heard that.
And
I'll give you a laugh. Yeah. I'll give you a laugh. I got asked the other day to do UK slap fight. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Don't do that, Audie. Don't do that.
Hey, 500 quid plus travel. Fucking 5 slaps in the face. What, you know? Hey, can't go wrong.
Honestly, Audie, the name Mad Dog suits you down.
I think I'll get paid though, won't I? I'll definitely get paid from that event.
I don't think you'll have much trouble anyway. Slap contest. What's it? That's like I say. There's a few comments going on. I just want to. Honestly, Jimmy, honestly, I've watched that. Mad Dog will know about Arnold himself, Arnold, and the man is a tough man, you know. He is
absolutely,
a tough man.
Absolutely.
He's ruthlessly tough. So, you know. I'm thinking. Do you know?
I don't know. It could go either way, but. In boxing, like fucking, you'd like to call like, oh, he's got it, but you can't, like fucking, like it's crazy, like fucking one punch can change everything, fucking.
Of course it can.
you can slip up and just get caught with something. You're like, oh, or if you think, oh, that was nothing, then you take one more, and then you take another one. Oh, you know what I mean?
I seen Mickey at the utility when Lewis at the Lewis Ritson fight. I can't remember who he was sitting with, but he was in I think it was in the second row. He looked in shape, like he looked in shape. Man's never out of shape. Man's never out.
I go to Lewis Bowman's fight.
Lewis Francis.
Aye.
I don't. Oh, 1,000,000%. I was talking. We've been speaking on.
Next week, isn't it?
It
or
is.
Is it this weekend?
Yeah. It's 9 days. It's next week.
Aye. Yeah.
I think it's 9 days, 8 days.
Yeah, I'm sure you're one of his main sponsors, aren't you?
We're an affiliate. I like it because we're not like a proper funding, but we do push Lewis. But I think he's on a new team. He sent us a picture the day because we're all going to do a live together. But honestly, he's looking in tremendous.
He's looking immense. He's looking immense. Really unreal.
It's scary to think that.
Like, no word of a lie. Me and Lewis go way back to Durham jail days.
Well,
and I've seen that boy like in his toughest and his best footing in like a strange footing environment, like environment where you have to be tough, you know. And I says to him, you need to do fucking bare knuckle boxing, you do. And he did, like, and I thought, wow, that's the best name for him and all, Killer Gorilla.
Yes, honestly, mate, when I shook his hand, right, it was like shaking a goddamn fucking tree. Honestly, I was like, wow.
He's got hands like a spear there.
Of course, honestly, when he arrived at the studio, this is no word. He come out the fucking Jeep. Honestly, when he got out, it just went, what? I was like, wow. The suspension just went right up.
He's a giant, like, he's a giant.
Thank you, John. Much appreciated.
Yeah, anyway, how's life been treating you, Lee? You all right, yeah?
I
seen you having a bit of a rant, fucking, and rave. Your ex-missus fucking must have changed the name on at the school and that.
I've ended up getting the change back. It's been hellish, man. Some of the stuff
nasty.
Honestly, I maybe shouldn't even be saying this, but I had to go to the fucking police station, right? Because it's that I know she's getting them on me.
Yeah.
For fucking her daughter attacking my new partner, because this is what it's all about. Me getting a new partner. So it went crazy, man. She's trying to get us off the school name, like the name of me at the school. She's trying to get everything, man. But solicitors have getting involved in it. Just got NFA'd. She's got no proof of nothing. I've got all the proof. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't surprise you what they're capable of, man, does it?
Not 1,000,000%. And
nuts.
I only got in contact with her a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, because I found out my grandma has stage 4 cancer.
Oh, so, God, sorry, man. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. So she wants to see my son. Do you know what I mean? She wants to see me.
Yeah, of course she will.
It's getting that bad where he doesn't want to see her. Like, she's had nothing to do with us for a year. It's like it's just still got birthdays, Christmas, and Easter's. She's never left them out. Do you know what I mean? So,
wow, man.
It's a bit of a shitty time, that with Kyle.
Yeah.
Obviously, Matty's sister, bless him, passing away. It's been a fucked up time, you know what I mean? But we've had to plough through. And
keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. You made a tough stuff.
Oh, we made a tough stuff. But it's been a hectic time, so it's just been one of them, honestly.
Yeah, when you go up, drop by, see Kyle, make sure you tell him I'm asking after him. Send him my best wishes.
I will do, mate.
Big respect, man. Love you all.
I honestly, same to you, mad dog. Honestly, mate.
I'm gonna jump in the bath now, bro. Fucking, it's been amazing. We'll have to jump on and we'll do an interview sometime, eh?
1,000,000%, bro. And like I say, keep in touch. Much love, my brother.
Respect.
Right, ta-da, my man. Ta-da. I appreciate the comments. Honestly, it's life. Do you know what I mean? It's been hard. It's been really hard. I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, every day is a new day, so I'm taking it day by day. It's just tough. It's tough, but like Mad Dog said, we're made of tough stuff. I had to leave for the Pat McCormick fight, John. I really did, honestly. I had to get my lift had work the next early the next morning. I didn't really want to take the liberty of having to like call them at a late night. So honestly, it's I seen Mark. Some fighter can go far, but still has stuff to learn. That's just my opinion. Thank you, Matthew K. I really appreciate that. I honestly do. I really, really do. Definitely, 1,000,000%, John. Pat, that body shot was getting absolutely beautiful. But it's and do you know what? A big shout out to Ben Reese as well, because that cut was absolutely horrendous. 39 stitches on his pro debut. I mean, the man has got some talent, and he is going places. Very unfortunate that he had to get no contest from that. Thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate that. Honestly, it's a harsh time. It is a harsh time. But I've been to say the other day, I'm going to try. I had to pluck up the courage. The news sunk in because I seen my granddad die of that, and I seen what it did to him at a young age, and it scared us. And I didn't want to go and see my grandma, so I had to pluck up the courage. That I plucked it. It took us about 2 weeks to go and see her, but I plucked up the courage to go and see her, and I've been again. So, it's bad, but it's unfortunate. Life's got to go on. You know what I mean? Thank you, PP. Honestly, I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Nah, not a worries, my brother Jude. Honestly, brother, it like I say, much appreciated for the view and everything, and it really does. I don't do much lives. I'm not used to them. Like I say, I don't really ask for people to comment in the comments on my videos when I upload them. I've never really done that, but I will be doing more lives. Do you know what I mean? Matthew K. Paul was scared to go to Manchester, PP. Is that fighting trolls? Yes, Uncle Jimmy, I am. Yes. Yes, I am. I didn't realise he was meant to be going to Manchester today. Thank you for watching, PP. Much appreciated. Uncle Jimmy's a good man. He's a good man. Like I say, he got us a studio, so I'll be forever eternally grateful. And he's always been on the end of the phone for us all the time. I've not got a bad word to say about the man at all. He's always gave us advice, everything. That's what I was thinking. That's what I seen. I thought he was. I definitely did think he was with Video Craig. I'm sure I put something out on Instagram about it. Yes, Bobby, big up, Mr. Bloom. Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%, oh, Jimmy. Like I say, I've not a bad word to say about him. I really haven't. Aaron, it's a harsh situation. It's a horrible situation, you know. Like I say, I'm gutted that Dean can't come on. I'm gonna text him back after the live and say, yeah, we can reschedule. Hopefully he sees this and wants to come on. Do you know what I mean? I do believe Paul travels a lot, Uncle Jimmy. So I honestly, I couldn't tell you if it was today or yesterday that he uploaded it. I just know that I seen it today. I didn't see like the upload date or nothing. I just scrolled through. But yes, I'll probably be doing more of these lives. I've got a show called Fighter and the Geek that I do with Seamus Devlin. He's a professional boxer. He's on course to break the record for having the most fights in boxing, British boxing. He's on course. I think if he keeps having another, he had, I believe, 17 or 19 fights last year. I'm going to try and get him on here. So try and get a couple of lives with him, with a couple of guests. We've got James Waldron coming on, talking about the Essex Boys case, if anybody's a fan of criminology. So honestly, Jimmy, I would love to get Matt on. Like I say, I remember watching Matt years ago. I remember all them heavyweights back in the day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the man fought Joshua, for God's sake. So he's a legend. You know what I mean? And I just have massive respect for anybody who steps in that ring. I really do. That's why I love the sport. I find it hard to call journeyman, but it is what it is. It's a term that's used, but it shouldn't be used. But Matt was a terrific fighter, an absolute beast. He had some amazing wins on his record. So, and good friends with Governor Norman Buckland, an absolute legend of the underworld and the bare knuckle street fights. Yes, I did. Honest, when Simo, 100%. I am of the firm belief that there's still a man in jail who did not commit that crime. Thank you very much, Matthew K. I really appreciate that. I really do. Like I say, I've had James Waldron on before. That was really back in the day. Very early in the podcast, I didn't even have hardly any subscribers, this, that, or the other. But James he's done a lot, man. He's done a lot, and that's why I believe in him. And like Simo said, the Mick being in jail now is a crime in itself. It really is. He was not there that night. He most certainly was not there that night. No, Paddy will not be coming on here, Uncle Jimmy. Definitely not. 100% not. Not. Me and Paddy have never ever spoke before. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter. You'll not be coming on my channel, and I'll not be going on his. Aye. Anyway, back to the Essex boys. This James has managed to put Mickey Jack Williams' brother with he was telling us earlier, who was it? Carlton Lynch. So hopefully we can find out a little bit more of the whispers that he has said back in the day, because obviously the films have to glorify. The first Rise of the Foot Soldier obviously has several outcomes. As Carlton said, there was many rumours going around, to no secret, that there were bad lads. Do you know what I mean? So let's just see what James has been putting together with those guys. It's been a long time obsession of mine, Matthew, as well. 100%, a long time obsession. I mean, I've got a file in my bottom drawer. I was gonna get it, but it's right at the bottom, and it's like that. Honestly, it is like that with research. Absolute. I just piled with it. Like, you've got to know the intricacies to know that they were not there that night. I believe that it was most definitely ex-military or forces or police force. 100%. Operation Tiberius was released, I believe, in 2000, and I might be wrong here. It was released in the 2000s. Now, the Metropolitan Police was watching all 9 boroughs in the South East London area. So they were going after all the big heads. And I truly believe that it was a hit. It had to be a hit. It had to be a hit. They were getting too big. They were getting too influential. Honestly, it's weird as well, because I always remember the documentary, what Billy Blundell said when he spoke to them. We all know what he said. Do you know what I mean? So I just find that eerie as well. Hello, Paul. Are you all right? Yes, Bobby. I love the film's class. Absolutely class. High grade smoker. Unfortunately, Dean was meant to be coming on, so he texted saying he was coming on, and unfortunately, some family issues came up, so unfortunately, he can't come on tonight. So let's just hope it's nothing serious. Yes, hello, Paula. How's things? Honestly, Simo, would be great to get. See, if you do, honestly, I believe all I'm going to say, there's a breeder in Essex of. In fact, I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Possibly, Uncle Jimmy, possibly. Well, that's what. See, that's another thing that I find odd as well, because it was a well-known gaming area. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of gunshots would have been going. It wouldn't have been like nothing out of the ordinary for to hear something like that. People would be used to that. So yeah, the ride, giggle and smile says it all. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, 100%. I just keep my mouth shut. 100%. I've got to think to just rule. So I've got to stop myself sometimes. That's nice to hear, Paul. Honestly, it really is. Really is nice to hear that you're good. But yes, I'm looking forward to James coming on, because I think Carlton and John are doing theirs. So then James is coming on, because I think Bernard's doing a one as well, which it's no secret. Bernard, I've had my issues with Bernard in the past. He invited me down to film the 25th anniversary of Rise of the Foot Soldier originally, to meet Vinnie Jones and get everybody there, get it on camera to give us some footage. But I ended up having James on the podcast. James and Bernard don't get on, so it's a peculiar situation, and I'm pretty much sure James will touch upon that. But in my opinion, Bernard is just milking it. %, Cartman. 1,000,000%, mate. 1,000,000%. Far from off it. I just, there's so much detail, there's so much evidence that has not even been used or seen by anybody. Even the pathologist report, the person who done the pathologist report, she got sacked from her job. She got found to have like I believe it was something like 400 and odd like dodgy pathologist reports that she had done. Do you know what I mean? So you're talking about dodgy people in high places not doing a job properly. Now that tells me one thing: the police must have known about it 1,000,000%. Yes, and they're far from the truth. They have little bits in, but they have to glorify it. They have to glorify it. Otherwise, nobody would want to watch it. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. A 1,000,000%. DJ Purple, Tracky, Aki, Incognito Mode. 1,000,000%. They were nasty people. But I do hear that Pat and Tony were both good people before the drugs. And I probably quite believe that as well, because there's testimonies to that when Pat hit the drugs, he just totally changed as a person. So I'm not condoning what Pat did. It was fucking brutal. Do you know what I mean? But it's a weird one. It really is a weird one. But it's in folklore now, isn't it? And 100% similar. I think we all know. I think we all know, and it's yeah. I think a couple of people have to go before it ever comes out. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that disrespectful. You just find that when people suddenly go, stories come out, and it always happens. Do you know what I mean? It always does. I mean, well, it didn't in our neck of the woods with the Viv Graham murder. That's still unsolved. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, in Tyneside history. Hopefully, it's not another one of them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's definitely a fascinating story, Matthew. 1,000,000%, mate. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. You actually met Tucker somewhere, did you? See, like I say, he seemed a straight guy when he was actually doing the security guard work for Nigel Benn. Possibly purple tracky. Yes, 1,000,000%. 100%, James. You've got 100%. You would have to go through loads of legal stuff, legalities, and everything to get like a proper doctor. Radio. It definitely wasn't Radio a few. It definitely wasn't Nipper's dad. Not a chance. No way. Oh, it was definitely a perfect hit. That's why it has to be military, ex-military. If you look at the area, Rethinking, Essex, Basildon, around the area, you have a lot of ex-forces. People retire around there. So that's all I'll say. Uncle Jimmy, it wouldn't surprise us if he did say that, because that's the thing with Paddy. That's what I've learned. He'll just speak it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not surprised that man's not happy. I'm really not surprised that man's not happy. See, some more that honestly, that's what people say. It's a shame that they hit the drugs really bad, because look what they could have achieved. I mean, Pat, he had business ideas. Tucker was a successful businessman. So look what they could have done. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think we would like to mention that, like 1,000,000%. Definitely. And that's no disrespect, Radio, 1,000,000%. But yeah. Is that crime scene to courtroom, Matthew? Oh, he definitely lied, Simo. 1,000,000%. He definitely lied, and I lied. 1,000,000%. I can't believe never come out with that. It was a ridiculous story. It fabricated a bit, absolutely fabricated a bit. I definitely think Matthew was crime scene to courtroom, 1,000,000%, because I used to watch them myself because he had videos on that was 7 hours long. That's how my research came from him. It came from like Google newspaper articles. It came from stuff that James has sent. You know what I mean? It's crime scene to courtroom. Definitely is that, Matthew. 1,000,000%. I'm just making the tab because I did not know I had been on this long. A dirty habit, and I do not condone smoking to anybody. Actually, Matthew, I was actually exchanging emails. I can even put it on a community post on YouTube. I was exchanging emails because he was actually going to come on the channel, but then he started having major issues with the channel. Channel got took down, and it was. If you want to know who it was goddamn Bernard. Bernard done it. Do you know what, Uncle Jimmy? I didn't try in 2012, 2011. Stopped in 2011 and didn't start. 2015. I stopped smoking. I didn't start smoking until I split up with my ex-partner. Just get a light. I will be back 2 seconds. It was just on the bed. Definitely caught, man. It was 1,000,000%. They're not the killers. No way are they the killers. I mean, the evidence it's stacked. It really is stacked. Like I say, Uncle Jimmy, I just take it day by day. I'm still like, with everything that's been going on. I'm not gonna lie, right? Having bipolar, I've been bipolar for years, literally, and I can't remember my diagnosis was that long ago. Having that as well, it's been really tough, but it's just try and keep my mind occupied. I have to try and keep my mind occupied. Yes, McKelvey is actually, I'm pretty sure they are talking to Carlton Leach as well. I'm very, very sure of that. I might be wrong. I can't remember if I read James's message correctly or not. In fact, I am. Yep. Bernie's doing a podcast soon. So when theirs is out, me and James will be doing it. So that's when we'll get to see what's being said. Oh, 1,000,000%, Simo. ruthlessly scared of them. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just a criminologist fan, me, and I'm just fascinated by it all. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those cases where I've always just been, I've just, it's always fascinated all the time, Taz. I love the Gangland stuff. I did say I was going to move away from the criminology, all the fucking Decker-Heggie shit, because that's mentally tasking. The Decker-Heggie fucking situation is, you've got to have a strong brain for that stuff, because it's grueling and very mentally tasking. I'm sorry to hear that, Matthew. You know what I mean? It's not nice. It really isn't. It took, when I first was on that medication, it took me months to get used to it. Really did. I was trying to box on them as well. Literally, I was working out, sparring. I felt lethargic, felt a little bit slow. It was hard work. Thank you very much for watching, Uncle Jimmy. Much appreciated. And I'll drop you a message on Messenger probably tomorrow. I hope you have enjoy the rest of your night, mate. Thank you, JMO. Much appreciated. Like I said, it's just me little space, just me little background. A million percent, you'll definitely not see them do many videos at all. You won't. You'll just not see it happen, because you'll never ever see them. 100%. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate that. It has, like I say, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's been tough. You know what I mean? But we're soldiering through it. My grandma's a warrior. She really is. Ice Chain Pure Water. This is, I don't know what this is. This is a chat. No smoke. That's not a secret. Everybody knows that I do. Like I say, much appreciated, JMO. Much appreciated. Yes, I believe that's right, Cartman. I firmly believe they are. So, like I say, I don't ever believe it'll be brought. I mean, I know Mick's being non-compliant in jail, so I know that hasn't helped his case trying to get out either. Thank you, Matthew. Much appreciated, mate. Boxing, and this has become my passion. Yes, the Essex Boys Ice Chain Pure Water. That's what we were talking about. I've got James Waldron, who's been helping in the case, on the podcast again. It'll be part 3, but this one will be very explosive, because there's been arguments with Bernard O'Mahony, which everybody in the industry's had a problem with Bernard at some point. Yeah, Pat Tate, Craig Rolfe, and Tony Tucker. I believe there'll be many murders in. I believe there'll be many bodies in many woods. I really do. I really, really do. Hello, Tanya. How you doing? How you keeping? They said it was a shotgun. Yes, Matthew. They did. Unfortunately, that is well, like I said, if you go and get some deep delving into it, there's a missing shotgun cartridge somewhere. So it just doesn't add up. It really doesn't. James can explain the whole thing 10 times better, but it was. Similar, like I say, I didn't have a problem with him. He actually invited me down to Essex to do the 25th anniversary with Vinnie Jones there to get it all on camera. But I had James on. I had James Waldron on, and him and they have a notorious hate for each other, and he was furious. He was furious with me for having them on, and I'm not like that. I like to get both sides of the story. Do you know what I mean? That's nice to hear, Tanya. We're all keeping good. Like I say, we're just having the chat about Essex boys. Going to have James Waldron on, who's been helping with the case. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with it. So it should be interesting if you're into your criminology stuff and stuff like that. It possibly could have been to do with Leah Betts. Possibly. Yes, you can. It was so clean. Absolutely so clean. Simo, you can email at boxingtribunal@gmail.com. Yeah, yes, the bring smart money. Like I said, James will be able to explain it a lot better. But there's so many facets to how it was constructed and the links to it. It's very intricate. It's like a spider's web. It really is like a spider's web. I think I'm gonna leave in the next 5-10 minutes anyway, because it's getting late and I've got to play FIFA. How bad's that? Got to leave to play FIFA. But it's a shame Dean couldn't come on tonight. The reason why they come on tonight was we were meant to have Dean Lynch Ward from 3D Fight Club. Unfortunately, a family issue came up, so I hope it's nothing serious, and I hope Dean can come on and tell their side of the story of what's been happening, and we can maybe get this put to bed, see how it can be rectified. Will it be rectified? And just go from there. Yes, Leah Betts' dad was an ex-policeman. %100% correct, Simo. 1,000,000%. Yes. A 1,000,000%. I really. James is on the lines of that thinking as well, mate. 1,000,000%. but yes, if and like I say, I will be doing more lives. Like I say, I'm new to the live game. I don't. I've had. I think I've done a few lives before. I wasn't used to it. This seems to be a lot much easier. This StreamYard business. Um, so I will be doing them a lot more. And if, like I say, if you want to leave some comments in the comment section, feel free to. I believe I've been told it might help drive my channel up a little bit. So yeah, I much appreciated Ice Chain Pure Water. I really appreciate it. So much appreciated. Honest, really do. Or um, 1,000,000% Cartman. He wasn't directly involved with the hit, no chance. But that is, if you tune in for the James Waldron one, you'll find out, because I don't want to say too much, because it'll be pointless me saying it now and then having James on telling everybody. So like I say, I don't want to say too much now, but James will explain it. 100% similar. You know for a fine fact it was a hit when Pat was on, I believe he was on release, and he had that incident with the pizza guy and they didn't arrest him. How odd and peculiar is that? Do you know what I mean? A lot of, you've got to take that into consideration. Yes, I will be. Like I say, I'm new to this. Yes, Bobby, I would love a coffee, please. Yes, but Matthew, sorry. I will I will put a scheduled reminder on for it. Most definitely. Like I say, I'm not used to this live thing. I've had Danny. Obviously, people know I'm friends with Danny Christie. But I've had him on. I've done a few by myself, but it wasn't for really any purpose. But I will be doing more. So yes, I will be hitting the. I'll schedule all the lives. A 1,000,000% Cartman. They turned a blind eye completely. Yes, Seymour, 100%. They would have absolutely, totally done that. Like I say, I'm not going to say too much, because that's why James is coming on. But it's it's odd that they didn't arrest him. Matthew, it wasn't as bad as they made out in the film. I believe the man only sustained, it was a black eye and a little cut on his eyebrow, like a tiny cut. He did not roll him with the pizza slicer. Again, Cartman, 1,000,000%. It like catch up, like I touched on before with the Pat and the Peter guy situation. Why didn't they arrest Pat then, when he was on release anyway? So and I believe he was due in court as well, which it's all weird. It's same with Craig as well. Yes, Jude. Thank you. Just received the coffee. It doesn't give it, like I say with the films, you've got to glorify them. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's not appealing. So, like I say, when you look at the pictures of, I believe James has got a picture of the pizza guy, and there's not much. There's not hardly a mark on the pizza guy who had attacked. It really isn't. Like I say, I believe he sustained a black eye and a tiny cut on his eye, or on his eyebrow. Sorry. 100% caught, man. Like I say, Simo, if you're still watching, get us at bad boxing tribunal at gmail.com. 1,000,000%, man. Bobby Sutherland, unfortunately, Dean was meant to be coming on, but he texted saying that he had a family issue. Can we reschedule? So I'm sorry for that. I just decided to keep going on with a live because I didn't want to let people down, obviously. And Dean hasn't let me down, obviously, because it's a family issue. We're just hoping that it's nothing serious. Yes, Ice Chain, Pure Water. It had Vinnie Jones in. He played Bernard. Bobby, Bobby Sutherland. Yes, I know. Honestly, what I meant to, like I've just said before, what I meant to have Dean on. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, he's had a family issue rise up, so I just hope it's nothing serious. But hopefully, he said to can we reschedule, so hopefully it'll be sometime soon. Danielle Bell, he did openly say sometimes a promoter will say, oh, right, we'll just give you a guaranteed purse. We'll just if they're traveling, that's what normally happens. Because it's a lot to ask for your fans to come and travel and have accommodation and pay the money for a ticket. So yeah, it definitely was. The first one I agree was the best one, 1,000,000%. Uncle Pete, my man, how are you? I see you're back on Facebook, and I see it's not on your 9,562nd account. Thank you, Cartman. Like I say, I'm gonna do more lives. Like I said, I found it much easier way to do it. Can't believe it's been like this anyway. like I say, I've had Danny Christie on live. I've done a couple of lives myself, and that's it. Never really knew how to do them. But I will be doing more lives. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. A 1,000,000% similar. Like I say, I really do believe that they've projected the target sales on the subscribers that the fighters have had, that the YouTubers who were fighting on it. I really do. I believe the projected sales was in line with that. So, and if the income isn't there, how can you pay fighters that much? It's impossible. It is impossible. Yes, Matthew, I am sitting at a nice, healthy, ripped 11 stone. I personally might have some fight news for myself. Might be putting the gloves back on for charity. Obviously, I said earlier in the podcast, my grandma has cancer, stage 4, and my co-host's sister was found dead also. So, but it will not be on any of. It's on a proper platform. It's on the Pro White Collar Boxing. I've fought before, and I'm thinking about doing it again. So yeah, sitting at a healthy, nice 11 stone, but may drop down to light welter. %1,000,000 Cartman. He didn't want much to do with them. I believe that's when they became heavily involved in drugs. I think that's when Carlton started to like peel away from them. A 1,000,000%, a 1,000,000% Cartman. But this is what I'm saying. If like Dean and Dougie if Dean and Dougie were trying to make it as professional outfit, like how they do with StubHub and I think it's Ticketmaster and stuff like that, I think it's just a lesson to be learned. But I do believe 1,000,000%, it's not right not to pay the fighters. Yeah, I see Dougie never really. I know he had other business things to attend to and stuff like that, but I did find that odd that Dougie didn't. Straight out of Gunchester, he still hasn't been paid yet. I didn't know that. I did not know that. There was people putting it in the comment section before, but that was earlier. Fucking hell, Simo. That's heavy shit, that, man. That's heavy shit, that, bro. I didn't know that. Definitely didn't know that, mate. That wouldn't have been nice. Yeah, 100% bullies. It's not a secret, you know what I mean? But to the absolute, we don't know to the extent do it, you know what I mean? Because they can't incriminate themselves. Uncle Pete, yeah, kicking on, mate. Absolute kicking on. I don't know if you were watching earlier, but my situation, sound like a broken record because I've said it a few times now, but my grandma's got stage 4 cancer. My mate, he's just had a golf-sized non-cancerous tumour removed off his brain on Friday. Didn't even know that it was on there. He got rushed in there. It's been horrendous. Had the X going on one as well. So, yeah, it's all going on, Uncle Pete. But trying to keep a smile. Obviously, we're Matty's sister as well. It's been fucking horrific, to be brutally honest. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. The beard's wild and my hair's all over. That's why the cap's on. So I appreciate that. Thank you. That's fine. I change pure water. That really is. Honestly, I appreciate that. Jude, honestly, my brother, I thank you. Appreciate that as well, my man. Really do appreciate that. Similar, you definitely have to drop me an email at boxingtribunal@gmail.com, my brother. You definitely have to, because I'll be interested to hear some of the stories. I'm a very confidential guy. I don't keep my mouth shut, so do you know what I mean? But guys, honestly, I want to really thank yous, and I appreciate yous dropping the comments in the comment section. I've enjoyed myself tonight. I tend not to enjoy the lives. That's why that was partly one of the reasons as well. But I will be doing more. But I'll schedule it. I'll let you know. It might be the next one might be James. The next one might be Fighter and the Geek with a professional boxer on as a guest. We'll let you know. Excuse me. And if not, it might just be me waffling some crap. What's been happening? So I'd just like to thank you all for watching. Like I say, new to this, so thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night, and I hope you have a prosperous and joyful day, whatever you are doing tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.